pursue. I'm not really, I can't be 100% accurate on that, but I would assume a lot of people are probably excited to see Pac finally in AEW. He was supposed to be there at what was it, Double or Nothing or the original All In show, and they took him off that card. Was supposed to be at another show, took him off that card. It's been a lot of it's just been a lot of him backing out for particular reasons, not because he doesn't want to show up, but just from Dragon Gate to all this controversy wrestling bullshit. So he's actually going to show up at All Out. It was kind of interesting to find out that they had a replacement, just like that, a snap of a finger, because Moxley announced that he wasn't going to wrestle. He had that whole tweet, the tweet about him not being able to compete at All Out, and that he's very frustrated. And maybe 5, 10, maybe even 20 minutes after he announced that, they already had a replacement match with Pac being inserted into the match. So it's kind of interesting to see if maybe how long they knew about this injury. I know, I think Justin tweeted out or messaged me talking about John Moxley having elbow issues and not really knowing anything further than that. And then a couple of days later, he announces that he's not able to compete. So I'm wondering how long in advance that he maybe let AEW know, hey, this is bothering me. I might not be able to compete. You might want to find a replacement. And then finally, I guess they found out what exactly was wrong with him, and they had a replacement. I'm just wondering if Pac was supposed to show up at All Out, or if they already had him planning to maybe show up at a particular event, and then they just kind of jumped the gun early because of this, incident with Moxley not being able to wrestle. Let's check the chat room here before we show. I'm going to show one more highlight. Hopefully it doesn't buffer because it is off Twitter. So they did secure him. Yes, put your luchador mask on. Get the hell out of here. He hasn't done anything to say anything. I like Adam Page though. No issue with him being in this match. Just don't try to sell me on the I'll have to go back to the tobacco farm if I lose. Yeah, that was a bit silly because we all know that he ain't going anywhere. Or even if he did lose this match, it's not like he will not be in any sort of title picture ever again in AEW. It shows AEW is well prepared. They got Plan A and Plan B, says Red Sox fan.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Moxley, poor man's Dean Ambrose.
Oh, okay. Appreciate those bits, brother. Appreciate that. Say Ambrose one more time, and I'm trolling the fuck out of you for a week straight. You already fucking troll me already, Red Sox fan. They need to change the name Pac to close to X-Pac. Cody keeps saying he has the first 6 months booked. Yeah, I don't believe that's bullshit. That's interesting. I didn't even know he said that. Well, it is what it is. But yeah, it is interesting to see. Now, we all touched on Ambrose. Now, I'm going to get into this. Here it is. I'm going to try to find it real quick. Here it is. All right, so Moxley announced on Twitter that he will be pulling out of his match against Kenny Omega at the upcoming All Out pay-per-view because of a serious case of MRSA in his elbow. This is pretty much what he tweeted out. I'm absolutely gutted to have to deliver this news, but I'd rather it come directly from me in a nightmare scenario. Serious case of MRSA has returned in my elbow. The timing couldn't be worse. In this circumstance, I am forced to pull out of the fight August 31st versus Omega at All Out. I apologize to all involved. Most importantly, the fans. I'm incredibly frustrated and pissed off. I'll have surgery this week to remove the bursa sac in my elbow and be done with it for good. Should be a quick recovery, so I'll be 100% for AEW Wednesday nights on TNT. As everybody knows, this kind of happened with Moxley before, where he had a staph infection and nearly died. He was in the hospital for a week, plugged up to this antibiotic drip thing, and I was on these antibiotics for months that make you puke and crap your pants, is what he said. I guess this was on a podcast interview. So, yes, he is out of the match. Now, I thought this was pretty cool. I don't know if this was set up or if this actually happened, but apparently Kenny Omega was doing a sit-down and was going to do another interview touching on Jon Moxley. And this is what he had to say. So it might buffer since it is on Twitter. So let's let you guys know.
How dead on arrival is AEW really? First the Dino shit, now tickets for their shows are going for $60 plus on the secondary market after Cordy said that their tickets wouldn't cost over a certain amount. JEZUS.
Jeez, appreciate that, Lip Memphis. Yeah, there are some issues going on with AEW already. So Moxley's injury doesn't hurt. And then also I heard Phoenix got hurt as well, and now they're talking about maybe not making it a ladder match anymore and taking that stipulation out of the match. So that's another thing that's going on with that All-Out show as well. Now, here we go. Thank you again, Memphis, for the bits. Now, this is what happened with Kenny Omega. Oh, I got to turn it up, don't I?
I felt that I was on another level, but it wasn't good enough. All I had to do was get past Chris Jericho.
I only know one speed. I put my foot on the gas pedal and I press it to the floor. For a while that got taken away from me. And I'm never gonna let it get taken away again.
The real person I owe a thank you to is Moxley. You're the one that's gonna take me to the next level. You're the one that's gonna bring me back to my feet.
The legend of Kenny Omega, the greatest wrestler that ever lived. The Rembrandt, the Van Gogh of professional wrestling. And, you know, I'm hitting people in the face with cream pies and stuff on TV.
And I know that you want to make a statement probably more than anyone. And that fuels me. I'm not going to let you take the spotlight from me. Now you're going to have to step through the ropes, step in my ring, and prove that you belong here.
Kenny Omega the Myth seems to think I'm some kind of joke. Well, we're going to be in the ring together. And I assure you, it's not going to be the least bit funny when I break your jaw.
Oh, wow. Oh, Moxley. Geez, I woke up today and I was told that it's not a joke and you're going to break my jaw. Yeah. And it got me really feeling scared, John. Because, you know, I've seen the tough guy act and you pull it off quite well. So,
Sorry.
What's up?
Mox is out.
What do you mean?
He's out of the match. He got a staph infection.
No, for real? Yeah, who'd you hear it from?
Just got it from Cody just now.
No one.
Further.
He didn't tell. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Could you, 1 sec.
Okay, do you want to just reset and do a more of a...
No. Steve, I'm mic'd up. Let's kill the lights, because let's talk about this. We might as well talk about it. I don't have much content for you guys, and we might as well talk about Jon Moxley.
So they will have a part 2, I guess, on what he's supposed to be saying about Moxley come Monday. Oh, look at that. There you go, guys. I changed the hat up. How about that? That's a lot better, right? That's seeing my likely my hairdo going on there. So yeah, he found out during a promo video, or maybe they tried to portray it that way, where he found out during mid promo of a Moxley interview. And that's what I thought too with that, Mantis, about maybe the injury is a work. And I don't think it is. I mean, I hope it isn't. That would be very interesting. Yeah, this hat is bright. I was wondering the same thing. I hope it's not, and I hope they're not pulling one on the fans. I did see Renee Young respond to the tweet with a broken heart, but she could also be playing the part of, kayfabe. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming that the injury is real and that I don't think AEW would pull this match.
All three.
But who
the
knows?
Moss covered.
Appreciate that.
Three-handle family Gradunzel.
Epic hats, bro.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the bits there. Always appreciate it. Now, but what is your thoughts on this? Do you think it's a work? Do you think Moxley's actually injured? He did have this injury before, where, like I just touched on, he almost died from it, and now it seems to come back again, probably in the worst time that it would happen to him, where he's got to be pulled out of an all-out show a week before the show, which sucks. I'm curious to hear what you guys thought. Be sure to tune in to our YouTube show that no one who watches TNT normally would know about, who need to attract television viewers. Yeah, I said the same thing. I would hope, and I get it. They don't have a television deal, or not. Excuse me. They don't have they're not. They don't have an episode or a show yet until October. And I do hope that eventually we don't see these sit-down interviews on YouTube, or we don't see these behind-the-scene looks or all this crap that they do on All Elite YouTube channel. I hope we get it on the actual TV show, because I'm kind of with Lamentis. I know they get a good amount of views on those shows, and a lot of people check them out because they want to keep up to date what's going on, because that's pretty much the only way you can keep up to date with them as of now, until they actually go on TV. But I do hope they transition from that to the television screen, because to me it'd be a waste. What are you going to show on your television? And I touched on it last night. I'm not trying to dog on AEW. I'm actually really looking forward to them. My thing is, how are they going to start developing storylines and start developing stories on their TV shows? Because me, for one, I do understand that they have to announce matches in advance to get people to buy tickets. But to me, AEW shouldn't have to do that because of the hype that AEW is already having. Because to me, everybody is so hyped up and stoked for AEW for October, for them to finally show up on television, to finally have those live TV shows, to maybe have them come to your city so you can actually check them out live. To me, you shouldn't have to advertise a Moxley and Shawn Spears match to have people buy tickets to your show.
Red Fox fan, cough up some money. Walk the walk.
Thank you, Gaindy, because I do appreciate those bits, man. Thank you guys for the bits. I do appreciate that, and thank you, Claire, for the generous tip there. I also appreciate that. Now, to me, they shouldn't have to do that. But here's the thing, Red Sox fan: wrestling is about stories and about storylines. Would you rather them just throw out random matches every week without any backstory, without any reason why these guys wrestle? Because to me, that's what hurt. And I'm not trying to get into WWE comparisons, but that was what hurt Bayley and Ember Moon. When they had their match at SummerSlam, nobody gave an absolute fuck about it because there was no backstory. There was no storyline between the two. Bayley picked her opponent, and that was it. Sure, they kind of went at it for the next couple of weeks, but there was no story behind it. There was no actual heat between the two. That's what I want. That's why I'm probably the only one in this chat room, probably not, that is hyped or looking forward to Cody and Shawn Spears because of how they made the match and how they have portrayed it on YouTube, and how they built up this story. That's why I'm looking forward to that match, and that's why I'm liking what they're doing with Shawn Spears. But anyways, getting back to my whole ticket situation, that's why I'm hoping they start doing more stuff on television and building up more shit so we can get some more. Oh man, I'm wondering, that's what a lot of people are excited for, this whole Roman stuff. Because every week you're trying to figure out who the hell did this and who did that, and it's building other guys up in the process. So, you may not want stories on your show, but that's what builds up intrigue, which makes people tune in the next week because of the stories and storylines that are built up. All right, let's continue on. So that was announced that Pac will be versus Omega. Now, my question for you guys in the chat room who care, what match are you... does this match make you more excited than the original match, which was going to be Moxley versus Omega? Because it seems like a lot of people are like, fuck, I mean, I don't like to see Moxley hurt and taken out of the match, but fuck, I'm excited to see Pac versus Omega. I'd rather see this match than than Omega versus Moxley. That's my question for you.